morning, everybody. Welcome back to Tarps Off. So Frozen Frenzy review time. So 16 games on the docket last night. We're going to start off with Arizona and Los Angeles. So first period, 2:59, Jack McBain scores for the Coyotes from Travis Boyd and Matias Michelli. Andre Kuptar would answer at 8:13 from Fiala and Kempe on the power play. Trevor Lewis would extend the lead for the Kings at 10:35 from Blake Lizotte and Andreas Englund. Then Trevor Moore would score for the Kings, 12:34 the first from Philip Deneau and Mike Anderson. Second period, Bukestad would answer for the Coyotes at 6:17 from Lawson Crouse and Mike Carsoni. And then at 7:39, Blake Lizotte would score from Drew Doughty for the Kings, and then at 17:28, Clayton Keller would score from Logan Cooley and Nick Schmaltz on the power play to close out the second. Fiala would score again in the third at 5:35 from Vladislav Gavrikov and Jordan Spence. And in 1923, Adrian Kempe would score from Quentin Byfield and Andre Kuptar onto an empty net. Kings take that one 6-3. Oilers in the Wild. So, first period, Evan Bouchard scores at 54 seconds from Evander Kane and Leon Draisaitl. Marco Rossi would return the favor at 17:49 from Hartman and Middleton. And then Warren Fogle would score for the Oilers from Bouchard and Ekholm at 18:27. And then Hartman would tie it up at 19:01 for the first from Jake Middleton and Keon Addison. Second period, Fogle scores again. At 32 seconds from Darnell Nurse and Zach Hyman to put the Oilers up one. Hartman would score a second in the game at 38 seconds into the third from Zuccarello and Kaprizov to give him a second in the game. Zuccarello then scored again for the Wild to put them up at 6:48 from Kaprizov and Hartman. Eriksson Ek would score from Pat Maroon and Marcus Johansson at 10:28 for the third. Evander Kane scores his first at 12:55 from Evan Bouchard and Leon Draisaitl on the power play, and that would be it for the Oilers. Hartman completes the hat trick at 15:50 from Middleton and Kaprizov, and then Marcus Foligno at 16:37 from Joel Eriksson Ek into the empty net wins it for Minnesota. They take that one 7-4. So Edmonton not doing well right now. You may want to rethink your picks if you picked them for the Stanley Cup. Winnipeg and St. Louis. First period, no scoring. Second period, 2:55. David Gustafson opens up the scoring for the Jets. At 2:55 from Cole Perfetti and Dylan DeMello. At 3:13, Mason Appleton scores from Adam Larry and Neil Pionk to put the Jets up 2-0. But then Buchnevich scores at 8:25 from Shen and Kyrou on the power play to put the Blues within one. Kyle Connor would score at 4:10 of the third from Nate Schmidt, to put the Jets up 3-1. Robert Thomas would put the Blues back within reach at 16:37 from Pavel Buchnevich. And then Morgan Barron would put it out of reach at 18:50 from Mark Scheifele and Neil Pionk into an empty net. Winnipeg takes that one 4-2. Ducks and Blue Jackets. So, first period, Emil Benstrom opens up the scoring for the Jackets from Provorov and Fantilli on the power play at 16:49. Second period, Ryan Strome would answer for the Ducks at 15:49 from Dirkov and McTavish. So 1-1 going into the third. Third period, Adam Fantilli scores second of the year from 1913 from Roslovic and Bean. Brett Leeson would score for the Ducks at 16:13 at the third from Ross Johnson. And then Frank Vatrano would win it in overtime at 2:20 from Bo Giroux. So Ducks take that one 3-2 in overtime. Bruins and Blackhawks. So first period, no scoring. Bedard looked like he might have had his second or third goal. Maybe his third goal. But it was overturned. Second period, Pavel Zacha would score for the Bruins from Shattenkirk and DeBrusque at 3:50. Third period, Matthew Poitras from Morgan Geeky at 4:06 scored for the Bruins. And then Trent Frederick would score from Van Riemsdyk and Coyle at 5:02 the third. Boston takes that one 3-0. Alright, Seattle and Detroit. So first period, no scoring. Second period, Detroit opens the scoring at 1:07. Joe Veleno scoring from Ole Mata and Daniel Sprong. Jaden Schwartz would answer at 15:16 from Vince Dunn and Matty Beniers on the power play. He would score again at 17:54 from Wenberg and Bjorkstrand. And then at 19:04, Ty Cartier would score from Brian Dumoulin. So Seattle going up 3-1 heading into the third. Detroit was stormed back though. Shane Gostisbehere at 2:10 from Morris Seider and Dylan Larkin on the power play. Larkin would get one of his own at 4:28 from Gostisbehere and Seider on the power play. And then Alex DeBrincat at 10:26 from Dylan Larkin and Shane Gostisbehere on the power play again. So Thursday power play goals for the Knights, or for the Red Wings, excuse me. Jared McCann would score for the Seattle Kraken to put them back up by 1. To tie it at 18:38 from Beniers and Eberle on the power play. And then in overtime, Eberle would score at 4:55 from McCann and Vince Dunn. Seattle takes that one 5-4 in overtime. So hopefully you had a good time watching that one. Alright. First period between Colorado and New York Islanders. So at 5:19, Ryan Johnson opens the scoring for the Avs from Mika Renton and Cale Makar on the power play. At 10:03, Cal Clutterbuck would score from Noah Dobson and Jean-Gabriel Pajot to tie it up. Cale Makar would put the Avs back in the lead at 12:02 from Renton and Devon Taves. Second period, Palmieri would tie it up from Barzal and Noah Dobson on the power play at 2:56. Simon Holmstrom would score for the Isles to put them up by 1, I believe. Yep. From Clutterbuck and Jean-Gabriel Pajot at 5:55. And then Bowen Byram would score at 19:18 from Nichushkin and Makar. And then McKinnon would score from Nichushkin at 19:31 to put the Avs up by 1. Undersley would then tie it up at 4:40 unassisted. Renton would score 17:47 at the third from Tatar. Johansson at 19 minutes from Renton and into net. And then Ross Colton unassisted into net at 19:29 to win it for the Avs. They take it 7-4. Sharks and the Panthers. So in the first period, no scoring. Second period, the Sharks open the scoring at 8:30 from Fabian Zetterlund, from William Eklund and Thomas Bordelot on the power play. So Sharks up 1-0. Carter Verhaeghe would answer at 9:48 from Matthew Tkachuk and Lister Ennen. And then at 15:23, Sam Brownhead would score from Ekman Larsson, ex-Canuck, and Evan Rodriguez on the power play to put the Panthers up 2-1. Third period, Kevin Stetland scores from Tkachuk and Lindell into an empty net at 19:58. So the Panthers take that one 3-1. Stars and Penguins. Alright, so first period, Brian Rust scores for the Penguins at 19:22 from Gensel and Crosby. Second period, Jason Roberts would score from Craig Smith and Rupe Hintz at 7:37. And then Evgeny Dadonov would score from Matt Duchene and Thomas Harley at 16:03 for the Stars. Third period, 5:22, Thomas Harley would score from Pavelski and Robertson. And then Wyatt Johnson would score the last one for the Stars at 13:51 from Jamie Benn. And that would be it. Stars take it 4-1. Devils and Canadiens. Contemplated wearing a Devil jersey for this, but we went with this one instead. First period, the Habs open the scoring at 5:49 from Justin Barron from Michael Pizzada. Correct me if I said that wrong. New Jersey would answer at 13:24. Alexander Holtz from Timo Meier and Dougie Hamilton to tie it up. So it's tied 1-1 going to the second. Second period, At 18:22, Tyler Toffoli scores from Jack Hughes. And that would be it for the second, just the one goal. So it's 2-1, New Jersey going into the third. At 34 seconds, Nico Hischier scores from Jack Hughes and Jesse Brought on the power play. Toffoli would score second at 7:17, excuse me, from Jack Hughes on the power play. Mike Matheson would score for the Habs at 10:35, and Cole Caulfield will get the assist. That's again on the power play. And then at 19:34, Toffoli would complete the hat trick from Jack Hughes into an empty net. And the Devils take that one 5-2. So good night for hat tricks. There's two. Alright, Carolina and Tampa Bay. So first period, Braden Point will open up the scoring at 19:06 from Victor Hedman and Nikita Kucherov on the power play. Second period, Alex Bray-Boulet would score at 17:51 from Darren Radish and Braden Point. And then at 17:04 the third, Nick Paul would score from Brandon Hagel and Mikhail Sergachev. Tampa takes that one 3-0. Alright, Buffalo and Ottawa. So Ottawa, we got Craig Anderson retiring last night. Signed a one-day contract with the Senators. And they did this cool thing where they had the goalies come out for the semifinal face-off instead of the captains. So nice for him. First period anyways. At 8:06, Jeff Skinner opens the scoring for the Sabres from Alex Tuck and Casey Middlestat. At 11:20, Zemgus Girgensons would extend the lead. Connor Clifton from Kyle Oposo with the assists. Second period, Jeff Skinner would score again from Cousins and Middlestat at 4:04. Jacobs for the Senators at 13:14 from Travis Hamonic and Vladimir Tarasenko. Hamonic being an ex-Canuck. Alex Tuck would score from Rasmus Dahlin and Tage Thompson on the power play at 17:08 of the third. Then at 18:48, Tage Thompson would score from Owen Power and Henry Jokaru. We'll say that's right. Third period, Ottawa scores Tarasenko from Shabbat and Matthew Joseph at 15:35. Josh Norris would score for the Senators at 18:38 from Drake Batherson and Tim Stützle on the power play. Matthew Joseph would score from Ridley Gregg and Jake Sanderson at 18:58. Then Tage Thompson would put it out of reach at 19:37 unassisted into an empty net. Buffalo takes that one 6-4. Alright, Maple Leafs and Capitals. Alright, first period, Morgan Riley scores his first of the season at 12:53 from Timmy Liljegren and Max Domi on the power play. Second period, Tavares would extend the lead at 5:41 from Morgan Riley and Tyler Bertuzzi. 6:29, Nylander would score from Austin Matthews. And then 15:07, Matthews would score from Marner and Klingberg on the power play to end the scoring for the Leafs. And Ovechkin would finally get his first at 19:49 from John Carlson and Tom Wilson on the power play. That's 300 power play goals for Alex Ovechkin, the only player in the league to do it. And the third period, there's no scoring, so the Toronto Maple Leafs win that one 4-1. Alright, Rangers and Flames. First period, Blake Coleman opens the scoring at 1:15 from Backlund and Mangiapane. Alexis Lafreniere was scoring the second at 17:38 from Gustafsson and Philip Cheadle on the power play. At 14:09, Chris Kreider would score from Artemis Panarin and Adam Fox on the power play. And then at 16:53, Gustafsson would score from Cheadle and Keandre Miller to put the Rangers up 3-1, and that would be it. Third period, no scoring. Rangers take it 3-1. Alright. Philadelphia and Vegas. So Vegas 7-0. Who knew? It was a come behind win. So first period, Ivan Barbashev opens the scoring from Jack Eichel and Jonathan Marchessault at 6:54. At 13:07, no case would score for the Flyers from Joel Farabee and Travis Sanheim. And then Askin would score 17-19 from Owen Tippett and Cam York to put the Flyers up 2-1. Second period, no scoring. Third period, Paul Cotter ties it at 12:06 from Carlson and Korzak. Beautiful between the legs move to pot it past Hart. And then at 19:27 with 31 seconds left, or 32 really, Shea Theodore would score from Jack Eichel and Braden McNabb. Beautiful shot. Vegas wins it 3-2 in regulation, and gives them a 7-0 record. And final game of the night, number 16, Canucks and Predators in Nashville. So first period, Eli McCabe scores for the Canucks, his first of the season, at 4:21 from Kuzmenko and Ian Cole. At 15:38, Colton Sissons would answer unassisted for the Predators. Second period, 22 seconds, Phil DiGiuseppe scores from Brock Besser at 20. Yeah, there we go. And then Niels Höglander would score from Quinn Hughes and Philip Roenick at 3:11. Shot from the point, Niels Höglander tips it in. And then at 19:18, Kiefer Sher would score from Tommy Novak, and that would be it. Canucks take it 3-2, third period, no scoring, and improved to 4-2 coming home. So those are all 16 games from the Frozen Frenzy last night. Hope you enjoyed. This was a long one. I'll do the review for tonight's game tomorrow, and I will see you next time. Hit that like button if you liked it. Hit subscribe if you want to, and that'll be it. Adios.